Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to show you how this two-post lift changed my life. My name is Jeremy, this is Region Automotive, and let's get to work. Before I jump into the story of how this two-post lift changed my life, I want to show off its capabilities a little bit. It can lift this car rim. How about this garden hose nozzle? Brand new in the package, I might add. Need your manila envelope mailed? No problem. Small hammer? Easy. Even bigger hammer? Even easier. It will even lift this bucket of live fish. All right, let's quit messing around and talk about the lift. It's TMG Industrial. It's a 10,000 pound lift. And the reason why I didn't demonstrate lifting a car with it and a bunch of goofy stuff is because I'm currently in the process of cleaning this shop here, and I don't have space currently to drive a car in and lift it up. So that's why I had to show you all those other super heavy objects that I was lifting there. But just to give you a bit of background on the lift, I bought it in the summer. Actually, I'll give you guys the cost now as well, because I'm sure everyone's curious. So I actually bought this lift from a local industrial farm supply auction. It was brand new in the packaging. Retailed for about 4,500 Canadian, and I got it for 2,300 all in. So I thought that was a pretty good deal. So that's kind of what started this whole project here, was getting that deal on that lift. And then my next project was pouring a concrete pad to put the lift, because I wanted to put it in this corner, but actually where that pad was originally was like a little trough drain thing, like with a big hole in the middle here and a bunch of broken and cracked and non-uniform concrete. And there's no chance I was putting up a 10,000 pound lift on that. So I'll actually insert some photos of me cutting the old concrete and putting in the rebar and pouring the new stuff. Is actually kind of a fun little project. To pour the concrete cost me about $750 or $800. And then we brought in an electrician. They actually ended up wiring a master wire there to our main breaker box. And they wired in a secondary breaker box here, which is super handy because my brother had this big industrial compressor kicking around. So we'll have like really good air. And then he also wired, or we're getting a switch. We're waiting for a switch for that compressor. And then he purposely wired that in case we want to get a heavier welder here. And then we also have our own breakers separate for the lift. And the wiring goes above us, down the lift there into the motor. And I like how the lift operates. I'm sure it's like a lot of other lifts where you just, you know, push to raise. I have the brakes disengaged, or the locks disengaged right now. That's why you don't hear them. And then obviously just release the pressure. So pretty simple lift, but 10,000 pound capacity, which is really nice. So with that, all that being said, let's sit down and I will explain a little bit more behind the title of this video and how this lift, quote unquote, changed my life. Okay, so the reason why I say this lift changed my life, quote unquote, is because it's always been a goal or a dream of mine to start a YouTube channel and kind of do custom car build stuff, technical engine building stuff. I've done some of that on my channel. I've done a lot of flip videos, but I'm kind of narrowing down what I want to do with my channel. And this lift is a good indicator of that. So I want to start flipping cars, just kind of like pay the bills, I guess. And if you've seen my last few flips, they're kind of easier vehicles that didn't require so much mechanical work, just kind of a little bit of cleaning up here and there. And you know, it's my goal for every car. I try to shoot for $2,000 profit. Nowadays I find with the market, and if you look hard enough, I can make $3,000. So it's kind of my goal per car and not do a whole bunch of mechanical work into it. So I want to do those. So you'll see more videos of those to like pay the bills essentially. And then in between doing those, I'll be doing more custom work on, well, not custom, but like more project-based work, I guess. So like, for one, I have that Ford Excursion. I'll insert photos here if you haven't seen it. I haven't forgotten about that project. That is high on my list of things to do. Once again, this shop and this lift is all clean and set up. I'll be testing the capacity because I think that Excursion weighs like 7,000 or 8,000 pounds and this is 10,000 pounds. So I'm gonna try a few lighter cars on this thing first just to test it out before I throw that big girl on here. But yeah, so anyway, that's like, I have that Project Excursion coming up, and just to list a few things that I wanna do to it. One, I wanna fix, I'm having a cold kind of hard start issue, which I think is related to the glow plugs and injectors. So I wanna address that. And then I have the updated seats from the, what is it, 2008 or 2010 Ford F350. I made a short on that. I got some Super Duty tow mirrors, so that'll be fun to install. And then I have the 33-inch tires from my Yukon that I want to put on it. I'm gonna clean it up and then deal with the back seat situation and just kind of figure out how my wife and I can sleep back there when we go camping. Maybe I'll build a little platform, we'll see. But yeah, so I pretty much want to make that thing just kind of reliable tow rig and then take it camping occasionally with the wife. Yeah, so anyway, that's, like I said, that's how the lift changed my life, quote unquote. It's always been my goal to start this YouTube channel, so I appreciate all of you guys that have been following me so far. And this is obviously a good chance to mention, you know, don't forget to subscribe, because the channel is only going to go up and up from here with this lift and all these projects I just talked about. I also have I haven't revealed it yet, but I'll give you a hint. It's, well, not a hint, I'll just tell you, and then I'll probably make a short video on it later. But anyway, I have a Dodge Magnum 5.9 engine that I got for like next to free. So I actually want to do full rebuild on that thing, so you can look forward to that. Videos coming out on that. And then I figured I would take this as a bit of an opportunity to tell you guys a bit about myself. Again, you know, this is all part of my story, and part of my vision was to start this channel and kind of have a lift and do my own kind of independent work. So yeah, I figured it's a good chance for those of you guys who've been following me. I'll kind of tell you about a little bit about myself and my backstory, just to so you guys can get to know me better. And then yeah, comment down below and subscribe and follow the journey. And I'd love to get to know you guys better. So yeah, pretty much a bit about myself. The reason why, again, why this channel, this lift means so much to me, obviously you can probably tell I've been a car guy for a long time. If you talk to anyone, I know my friends, my family, they all, like, I've literally been obsessed with cars since I was a kid. Like, I remember my parents and my grandparents would say, when we'd drive around in the car and I was a toddler, apparently I'd like list dealer plates on cars and I'd name the models of cars driving by, and I'd memorize all my parents' friends' cars when I was like 6 years old. So yeah, always been a car guy. Took a mechanic program in high school that definitely piqued my interest for fixing cars. I personally didn't want to do auto mechanics. I kind of wanted to explore more of the school side of things. So I actually ended up going to school for mechanical engineering, and that's what I'm trained as, is a mechanical engineer. So I started school in 2014, graduated in 2018. I worked locally. I'm in Alberta, Canada, and we're like the Texas of Canada. We have lots of oil fields up north. So I worked locally for companies that support the oil field as a mechanical. I did like some testing, design, project engineering for the past 5 years. And I got laid off from my current job actually a year from this month, last November. And that's when I started this channel, funny enough, because it's something I always wanted to do. So I had time to do it. So yeah, actually, if you want to check my videos, if you recall my video, the very first video I did was removing a transmission, and I did it on my Yukon in this messy shop 1 year ago. So here we are. Yeah, so anyway, got laid off a year ago, started the YouTube channel, wasn't in a big rush to go back to work, kind of wanted to experiment with this. And my wife actually works at our local college. She's a mechanical engineer as well, and she teaches mechanical technology at our local college. She works there, and her supervisor caught wind that I was laid off and offered me a part-time teaching position at that college as well. So that's the reason why I'm not like so focused. Well, I'm focused on this channel, but why I don't invest so much time is because I actually teach part-time at our college, mechanical engineering technology. Like now, for example, I teach, what is it? Monday, Wednesday, Thursday. And then Tuesday, Friday, I pretty much spend, and Saturday, I spend full days at the shop here, cleaning, making videos. So I tell people that I teach engineering part-time and I work on YouTube and cars part-time. So that's a little bit about myself and my background and how I got here. As far as the cars go, I kind of came up fixing cars. I started when I was 16. Like I said, I took that shop program in high school. So that kind of built my confidence to turn a wrench on a car. And then it's really just been just a lifelong passion of just learning mechanical systems in cars. And that's what actually piqued my interest in going to engineering school, is just I wanted to learn all the systems in cars. And yeah, like I've wrenched every week pretty much since I was like 15, 16 years old. Flipping cars, I figure nowadays between my personal cars that I've owned and the cars that I've flipped, I've done close to 100 for sure. Cars that I've flipped for profit, I figured I've done, like that I bought exclusively for profit, probably 60, 70 cars, I want to say. So yeah, if you see my videos and these deals that come out to me, like there's a bit of the backstory. Again, it didn't come easy. It came with lots of trial and error, buying, selling cars. This had this issue, this had that issue. Just really honing in on the types of cars I want to buy and sell and the types of cars I know that will sell. Yeah, so anyway, that's my backstory, my education background, kind of what got me into this channel. And then I also want to thank my family quite a bit. So yeah, the shop that I'm sitting in, I'm actually co-owner with my grandpa and my brother. And my grandpa's older and nearing retirement, but he realized that me and my brother wanted a shop, and this shop is in a smaller city just outside of my big city that I live in. So it was a pretty affordable price for a shop, and he recognized the need that, or he recognized that me and my brother wanted and or needed a shop. So he actually contributed a large percentage towards this shop, and then me and my brother pitched in to make it happen. So yeah, like I want to thank my grandpa. Like, he never watches my videos, he's too old to figure that stuff out, but I wanted to get that out there and give a shout out to him. I appreciate his support. And even since we bought this shop and started investing money into it, you know, with this lift and this concrete floor and stuff like that, like he's just been, I could tell he's pretty excited. Like he doesn't want to show it, but like he underlying, like to support us, and like, you know, he's been invested in putting this lift up and he's excited to test it out with me, put our first car on it. And then we have that compressor I was showing you earlier. That was my brother's compressor, and he actually brought in the electrician and I was going to figure out that wiring myself, but he brought in the electrician and got all this wiring done while I was working in the city. So yeah, again, I'd like to, you know, give a huge shout out to my grandpa for supporting me and my automotive hobby and potential business now. It's kind of cute actually. My grandma was telling me that, you know, I'm having all this success now that I have this shop now, and I'm doing this like part-time. I'm putting a lot more effort in, and they're seeing the success I'm having, and obviously they can't help but feel proud. And my grandma was telling me that her and my grandma were my grandma was telling me that her and my grandpa were reminiscing. They used to live on an acreage actually outside of this small town, and they're reminiscing when I was a kid. Again, apparently I was like 5, 6, 7 years old. I remember my grandpa bought me a quad, and I used to like just boot that thing around the yard, just drive the piss out of that thing all day long. And then apparently I'd go in the shop and like I was like trying to like fix tires, like I was like patching bike tires and taking bikes apart and radios and stuff. And obviously, again, it's just nice having that support and, you know, them recognizing my passion for engineering and cars and just supporting that passion and not fully understanding, you know, why I like it or trying to persuade me to do something else. Instead, they supported that passion and they continue to do so nowadays. So yeah, again, I'd like to, you know, thank my family, and then obviously my parents and stuff. They helped put me through engineering school and all that stuff, and they still continue to support me nowadays. So with that being said, I feel like I've been talking for a long time now, but again, I wanted to make this video for you guys and just kind of show you what's coming next on the channel, and then give you a bit of backstory of myself, and then just kind of mention, you know, people in my life that's helped all this happen. So yeah, thanks guys. Thanks for watching the video. If you made it this far, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and stick around. Like I said, we got a lot of cool projects coming up on the channel now that we have this lift up. Thanks for watching.